They face Miami, Seattle, St. Louis, New England. The next 4 weeks. 4-week gauntlet. They paid their dues. Oh yes, they did. After this week, they have a bye week. Me amigos. Beating Miami would probably send them into what some would call satisfactory. That'd be satisfactory for the season right there. If you can go into week 8 with a 4-4 record, that would be satisfactory. Because you possibly could beat Seattle, you could beat St. Louis, you could beat Arizona, you could beat Jacksonville, and you could beat Tennessee. Those are already 5 games right there where you can go 9, and you could beat Buffalo. So, in that next schedule, you're only probably playing 2 hard teams, or maybe 3 hard teams, Seattle, New England, and San Diego. But when you win 5 games, you're already in the playoffs. Hey man, I'll take it. But you have to outplay them. Week 15 is a Monday night game in Tennessee. Who will be starting then? I have a good feeling about this Jets team. Back Sanchez, if they can get stuff together, this team can have a winning record. I'm not saying playoffs. No, I'm not saying playoffs. I'm saying this team can be a good team. Winning record. It's all you need. Winning record. It's all you ask for. It's all people ask for is a winning record. If you can give that to them, people will come to games. Next one. I'm going to start on the top. This is a kind of a toss-up between the Dallas. The whole NFC East is a mess division. I'll get there last. How about the NFC West? San Francisco, after a few scares, after having a little bit of a iffy first weeks, losing to Minnesota and New York, I think that they've gotten back on track because they haven't played any divisional games, or except for the one last week. They're starting the divisional tour now, with the next 2 weeks coming up. But they've gotten back on track, so there's no reason to worry there. St. Louis, I think they have a reason to worry because this kind of relates to me because I'm actually doing an essay about why Los Angeles have a team in the Rams and the Chargers are the discussion. Now, if the Rams do not perform in the next few weeks to show that they deserve to be in St. Louis, I don't think there's a possibility of me being able to say that they can stay. Now, the Rams do not have one of their best receivers, which is Danny Amendola. He's out. He's hurt. Still hurting. Good fantasy guy. Now you ask me, Jason, Sam Bradford needs a guy to throw to. What do I tell you? I tell you, who else knows the receivers on that team? There's Gibson, Brandon Gibson, Chris Givens, Lance Kendricks. Kendricks, yeah. But Amendola do. He's a boss. He's a fantasy guy's best interest. He's what keeps us alive, okay? So Bradford, a few years ago, he's a really scary looking dude. I'm looking at his picture right now. He just looks like a weirdo. He just looks weird. And it's not even cool, man. It's not cool, man. It's not cool. Steven Jackson only has 1 touchdown. That just shows that we cannot rely on him for anything, because he's a failure. I'm just kidding. He's just a loser, okay? I'm just kidding. He's not a loser. He's bad. He's just really bad at football. I'm kidding. The Rams are okay. Rams, if they can keep their head above water, then they'll be fine. Here we go. Oh, ow! Crack. Carolina. How about them? Carolina has a baby as their quarterback. Baby Newton. How about that? They beat New Orleans. Oh, yes, they did. But they can't beat Dallas. They can't beat Seattle. They almost beat Atlanta. How are they winning these games? You know who will be good? When they play Chicago. And they're playing my Redskins. That should be interesting. But they need to start winning. That's the key point. And it's not that Cam Newton is horrible at anything. He's thrown 5 touchdowns, but he's thrown 6 interceptions, which is, come on, give or take, man. Cam Newton is Cam Newton, so he's Cam Newton. Cam Newton does what Cam Newton does, which is kind of win games, but not really. He had 21 touchdowns, 17 interceptions last year for a great rookie season. Oh my gosh. Give this guy a medal. Give him everything. He's great. But what now? Is the defense's fault? Are they yelling at each other in the clubhouse saying, hey, it's your fault. You owe this to me. What are you doing? You're allowing points to Atlanta, you're allowing points to Seattle, you're allowing points to Dallas. Cam Newton got sacked in the last play. Or he fumbled the ball. Carolina needs to get their stuff together. They don't need to win the game at Soldier Field. They need to make a statement. Injure somebody. I'm just kidding. Don't actually do that because I know my friend Daniel Levy. It's from Chicago. He doesn't want anyone getting injured. But someone needs to do something quick because they need to win in a game. So it's either... Here's the storyline. It's either Chicago continues to dominate or Cam wins his second game of the year. Simple as that. Next question, please. And we are on our last 2 divisions. Detroit. Now I can't really say much for Detroit because my oh my. They lost after winning that game in St. Louis. Winning that game against St. Louis. They lost 3 straight. Then they won 1. Then they lost last night. Now they're 2-4. I can't say much. Stafford and Johnson are Calvin Johnson are on my fantasy team. They're starters of my fantasy team. So I don't know what to say. I do not know what to say. But this week they're facing Seattle, Jacksonville, Minnesota, and then they come home and play Green Bay, and then they play my Houston. So I'm excited for that game. But they definitely need to make a statement. They are 19th in rushing yards. I'd like to see that go up and be able to run the ball. That'd be nice. But now they just need to focus on winning games. They need to focus in winning their last game of winning that's even it out 4-4, and then taking that next step and being able to say to themselves, okay, we're only going to lose the game to shoot. You know what? Right now, as of this moment, they are in a very tough position. They are in a very tough position because they play Chicago, Atlanta, Green Bay, and Houston, and Green Bay. Oh, Lord. They play 5 difficult, blood, sweat, need-a-win games in that second half of the season. They're quote-unquote easy games: Minnesota, Indianapolis, Arizona. Really, if you want to know the truth, they should be 4-2 right now. 4-2 because they just messed it up for themselves. So now they're going to be striving to be the best in their division. I don't see Detroit going back to the playoffs. They're not sitting well with me. Last one. This is a toss-up. Let me say the Dallas Cowboys for one reason not. Because the Giants did lose that game to Dallas to start the season off. Let's be honest. They lost. No big deal. They lost. Okay, I'll take it. You'll take it. You'll take it. But the Giants have been so successful. They've won 5 of the last 6. And they've been destroying teams. They've been wrecking teams. They wrecked Carolina. They went hard against Tampa Bay. They definitely just came back against Cleveland, destroyed San Francisco, came back against Washington. The Giants may not be the best team in the league. It's true. You can't argue with that. You can't argue with that. It's not their fault. It's their problem. Not my problem. I like the Texans. But they are a dominant team and they like to play. You want to cheer for them. You want them to win. They're that kind of team. But on the other side of the football, on the other side of that division, Dallas, the Dingles, the team that Jerry Jones said could beat the Giants, and they did. But here's the but. They're 3-3. They are 3-3, and well, what's next here? What are we gonna do? Well, Dallas are 3-3. They're good. They need wins. Here's their quote unquote easy opponents. I really don't want to say this. I don't want to say it. I don't want to say this. Washington 2 times. New Orleans, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. That's 5 games. Take it and leave it. Go away, Dallas. Go away. I don't want to see you anymore. Leave, Dallas. Leave. Because their hard games are Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, New York, and Atlanta. Take 5 versus 5. What do you get? 8-8 record. Go home, Dallas. You're drunk. Okay? I don't see them beating New York this week, especially them coming off of New York coming off a Washington win. Don't let them do that. Just don't. Atlanta is not a good opponent. Philadelphia might beat them. Cleveland might be an easy opponent. Washington might be an easy opponent at home. Philadelphia might be a win at home. I don't know if I see Dallas going and Cincinnati winning. Pittsburgh, they probably will win. New Orleans, they probably will win. I don't see them winning at Washington. That's a one game I do not see them winning. So that's the game. And that's what I just found out. When my grandpa comes, it's be Washington versus Dallas, so that should be a good game. Thanks again. That should be the end of the show. You listened to me for 30 minutes straight almost. Thank you. That's pretty cool. But I hope all you guys will tune in to the World Series. Cheer for whoever you want. Cheer for Detroit. I'm just kidding. But do what you need to do. Cheer for whatever team you want. You should cheer because this is the World Series. This is where it gets real, baby. And this was Jason's Sports Show. Thank you for listening.